Hey, I'm Butterfly.
Hey, I'm Firefly.
Have you ever wondered if we aren't being told the truth about everything?
What have we been lied to about? Join us as we have conversations and ask questions about everything. We invite you to keep an open mind and consider the unfathomable.
Let's break the chains that enslave our minds. Come on, let's go down the rabbit hole.
What's up, Butterfly?
Hey, Firefly, what's going on?
Well, you have a neighborhood rabbit hole that you were thinking about.
Right.
It was kind of a rabbit hole that just kind of you discovered like walking your dog.
Who's not a German Shepherd?
Was not a German Shepherd moment, and let's clarify.
Um, well, remember that episode we did called Is Mother Nature Being Micromanaged?
Oh yes, when you went out to the island,
Yeah,
the
that
island.
was such a great episode.
That
It's
was.
one of my favorites. Well, this one is sort of like Mother Nature Micromanagement Part 2.
It's the sequel.
It's a sequel. There might be a few of them. This might be like a series. So,
Well, because this is kind of a phenomena. What we're
yeah,
talking about is the Culture Club. The Culture Club members have a sick character trait, and it's that they feel compelled to meddle with
metal.
everything,
Yeah,
including my behavior and even Mother Nature.
yeah. They want to meddle. Usually when there's no meddling required.
Yeah.
Like you don't really need meddling with Mother Nature. Like Mother Nature takes care of things naturally,
Yeah.
you know? Like you don't need to go out and remove the invasive birds from an island because,
Mother Nature will take care of it.
yeah,
If they're invasive, then Mother Nature will take care of it.
yeah. If some other birds are eating that bird's eggs, pretty soon there won't be any more of those birds there anymore, you know?
Or if these reeds are just growing in this area, maybe that's natural. But
Maybe.
you know what, the megalomaniac psychopaths, they think, well, Mother Nature makes mistakes. I'm perfect.
That's what they think.
That's what it is.
They think Mother Nature makes mistakes.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was noticing, have you heard about this botanical conservancy in our area?
No,
Oh,
that
it's
sounds
like
like
it's
Culture Club.
it's a culture club total Mother Nature micromanagement team
Yeah.
organization. And they have decided that the hills in our area need to be turned into a nature conservancy. And
Mm.
it's like going to be like some sort of botanical garden.
And
And
you think when you hear the word conservancy that they're going to preserve it, but actually they kind of destroy it.
well, so what I noticed was, I'm talking about the hills that have just been there like, forever. And people like to go up hiking in there and take their dogs. And,
Yeah,
sometimes I see people bike riding, which they frown upon. They don't like that. Um, but there's a lot of wildlife up there. Like there's coyotes
sure,
and a lot of snakes, and sometimes even some mountain lions.
sure.
Yeah. Um, but they're turning this whole area into this preserved area that they don't want anybody to supposedly tamper with. So now they're making up rules. So now there's going to be all these rules, and you're not supposed to let your dogs off a leash. So the dogs can't just run around up there. And I noticed that they actually cut a huge road into the hill. So this used to be just kind of a wild, untamed area, and now they've cut a huge road. And there was this one area where there was this like really beautiful like sort of patch of eucalyptus trees. Like it was just kind of like really magical looking, because you know how pretty eucalyptus trees are and they smell really beautiful.
I love Ukes.
And there was just this like one spot that had like several, like, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 of these trees, and they cut all of those down. I guess those were invasive or something. I don't really know what the reason for it was, but um it's like It reminds me of that song. You actually pointed out that I guess it was originally a Joni Mitchell song, but I was thinking of the remake with the Counting Crows.
Mm.
Um, and that line where they paved paradise to put up a parking lot.
Yeah,
That's what it seems like to me.
totally.
Like they're doing all of this stuff, this crazy stuff that is actually destroying nature in the name of saving the hillside.
I think it's a microcosm of a larger phenomena that I've seen sadly unfold throughout my whole life, which is these sick psychopaths are megalomaniacs and they literally fuck up everything that's cool.
Yeah, they do. I mean,
Anything that's cool that's ever existed, they screwed up.
well, the whole thing is that, it's like nature has been like this way for many years, okay, in all of these different areas that they do this in. So it's just been a natural area and it's been like this for years and years and
Well, it's
years
kind of like when he went out to the island and they go, "You see that bird? He's got blue on his beak. We tagged it.
because he's a bad bird.
He's a bad bird."
Yeah,
You
you
know,
have to control him.
so it's not like they just, I agree. Let's make the island a natural preserve. Let's not put McDonald's and Starbucks out there.
Yeah,
Let's just have it be natural and a place where people can go, but leave it. Let nature be natural.
right.
No, but it's like, no, 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 no. This is a garden that we like micromanage out here now.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing on our hills, and they're like removing the invasive plants, and
Those are invasive.
and they're planting like all of the plants that should be there. And I'm thinking, well, like,
I want to see
shouldn't the
who's making that determination.
yeah, and shouldn't the plants that should be there already be there? I mean,
I mean, wait a
if they
second.
should be there, shouldn't they just be there from Mother Nature?
Why?
And
know?
I mean,
Why
but
are you cutting down the eucalyptus? Like, okay, I understand the eucalyptus were brought here, I think, by the Spaniards or the Australians like 200 years ago, and they were used, but they're here now.
But like that was 200 years ago. That's been a very long time. That almost kind of seems like they're sort of meant to be here by now. You know what I mean?
Gosh.
Like that they've been here for 200 years. So it's like I don't know if now is really the time to cut them down. Like, it seems wrong. I mean, to me it seems like they're destroying it in the name of saving it. You
Well,
know?
they destroy everything they touch, and they have. I think what it is these people. So we've talked about how the megalomaniac psychopaths are at the top, but
Mhm.
then what do they turn everybody into?
Mini megalomaniac micromanaging psychopaths.
That's correct.
Mhm.
So they're triple M's to the P. So they turn them into that. I think these people cannot help themselves. They have to meddle.
Exactly.
They have to tell you how you behave, and they have to tell you what plants are invasive. And they feel like they have to have their control over everything. And I think they screw everything up.
They totally do. So it's interesting. I told you they're making like all these rules, like they don't want dogs off a leash, and they don't want, you can't
Why?
leave your dog poop has to be picked up, which I mean, like
Okay, I agree with that.
I'm fine with like when I take my dog for a walk,
Pick up after your
I
dog.
pick up his poop, but like actually when you're out in the wilderness and the dog is running like on a hill, do you really need to pick up the poop? Because you know what? The coyotes are up there pooping.
Well, yeah, there's
You
some
know what
places
I
where it's
mean?
ridiculous.
I
If you're
mean,
in wild areas,
yeah,
then yeah, well, now see, there is kind of a flip side of that. Like if I've gone hiking in the wilderness a lot, and if somebody's got like a gnarly dog off a leash, I'll be like, dude, you need to have control over your dog because if your gnarly dog uncontrolled just comes walking right up to me and he could bite me, then you should probably have your dog on a leash.
yeah.
I agree with that. But if you have a wild area, let people kind of enjoy the wild
Let people kind of
freely.
be wild with the wild
And
wilderness.
like
You know what
if
I
you
mean?
go out into the wild, maybe you might encounter a wild animal or a dog that's not on a leash and whatever, and you might step in dog crap.
You're in
You're
the
in the
wilderness.
wilderness.
Exactly. So, I actually heard that, and I mean, this isn't just a rumor, like we talked to this person. One of the neighbors that lives near there, he's actually being sued by I don't know if it's the county or the city, for having invasive plants that crept up, like I guess past his property line and onto the hill.
Yeah.
So they're suing him. Like not just they're not just like, "Oh, can you, dig up these plants?" No, they have to actually like they filed a lawsuit and he's spending like tons of money like on lawyers and stuff to fight this lawsuit. It's ridiculous.
Because his invasive plants from his yard have spread into the wild area.
Right.
And they're like, excuse me, we micromanage this area.
Yeah.
Your property is your property. We can't control that. But this public area, we micromanage.
They're probably going to even go as far as to say, like, we don't even want those plants in your yard because they're kind of contagious and they might spread like a cooties virus and get onto our big open space and like we
First
just
of all,
can't have that.
we don't want you having a yard. We want you to live in a 15-minute city
Yeah.
where we can exterminate
So
you.
you know what? That's a good point. I think part of that problem is they don't want people to have like anything wild or anything that they own or even anything that nobody really owns or controls and they can just go enjoy. They want everything to be controlled and they want to be able to tell you what to do when you go there. Like
That's so
these
funny.
are the rules.
You know what that reminds me of? My mom was telling me about Ted Turner. Remember I told you about Ted Turner? He's the guy that owns CNN.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, Matt, we have to exterminate about 8 out of 9 people. And he's the guy that the Georgia Guidestones said,
Yeah.
we need to reduce the population down to about 500 million.
Yeah.
Well, there's 8 billion, so down to 500 million.
Laws.
8 out of 9. 8 out of 9 of us. Okay, so my mom was telling me, because she still's like she just kind of laughs that off and goes, "He's a great guy. I love him." He was
I don't
married.
know what he's meant by that.
He was married to Jane Fonda. They're so great. And then she just acts like they're great. Well, he was a big advocate for preserving some big nature preserve. I can't remember where she was saying it, but that's one of the things that these megalomaniac psychopaths have this idea is they're like, first of all, I don't care about humans, but let's take care of the earth. I want the earth to be nice.
Oh yeah, and oh my gosh, this reminds me of that epiphany you had about how the libs love to control and take care of the plants.
They love that.
Remember?
That's like their blue pill.
Yeah, the issues I had at the plant nurseries and how they were like trying to micromanage me.
Remember, he was like, excuse me, you do not get the discount because you can't pull up the app on your phone.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I don't have internet here. And they're like, that is an instant. You should have pulled it up on your phone before you left the house.
There's an iron dome around this building and
Yeah.
you're not allowed to have it.
So I'm sorry, but you do not get your $7 discount. And yeah. That's kind of like a triple M to the P.
Totally.
It's kind of like the girl at Sephora. She
Yeah.
goes, I'm sorry, but you've already had 3 samples. You're gonna have to come back tomorrow.
And we have some really nice house plants for you to look at.
I remember the other one. The other one at Sephora was so funny. She goes, you're 31 days.
It's the return date.
You're only supposed to. We have a very strict policy. You can return any product within 30 days. Yours, it's been 31. So I'm gonna go ahead and make an exception
Just this
one time.
once. Just this one
But I
time.
want you to know that I have granted you this indulgence in my power. I think that's kind of the way it is.
Totally.
These people
They love it.
they love telling you what you can do, and your dog is on a leash.
Like I'm gonna come back 30 days, 32 days later and try to return stuff. That girl probably won't even still be working there anymore.
Epiphany. I just had an epiphany. What if they impose policies and behavioral things on us that don't even have anything to do with anything? It's just a matter of you jump through these hoops because we tell you.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
That's so funny because most of their rules and policies, and what did we hear during cooties all the time? Mandates.
It was a mandate.
They didn't make any sense anyway.
No.
It was all nonsense. But they loved telling people, put your mask on and, stay 6 feet away. Like they loved telling people that.
I remember the one lady I go into, the Busy Bee Cafe.
Yeah.
I went into the Busy Bee and it was during cooties.
Were they Were they like psychos about the whole thing?
Totally.
Oh, no way.
So I go
I
in.
thought maybe they would have been cool
They were
because
not.
they're kind of old school.
Dude, it
Huh?
was such a triple M to the P.
That sucks. There's a new one to add
So
to my list of.
so this was a different triple M to the P. So usually it's like white lesbians, but this one was like a 19-year-old Latina.
Oh, wow.
She was
They're
the
like
waitress.
they love to be.
So she looked at me with disapproval because I'm a white male. So she was immediately just like, "Oh, white male." And I go walking in without my mask, and I go, because I just wanted, they have really good chocolate shakes there.
Oh yeah,
Really good.
yeah.
So I go, I want to get a chocolate shake for to go. And she goes, "Sir, you need to put on your mask." And I go, "Well, that dude is 5 feet away from me sitting at his table and he doesn't have a mask on." And she goes, "He's eating."
Oh God.
So that's the kind of irrational policies
Irrational.
that they expect us to observe.
Yeah,
You
irrational
observe
nonsense.
our rules. And it's like, well, it's irrational. You still observe it.
Totally. Well, it's funny because you know what? One of the very odd behaviors that a lot of the libs like to do on this hillside after Thanksgiving, they like to
Ew.
they like to throw their turkey carcasses up on the hill for the coyotes to have.
Good.
I mean, think about that. So they
So they do that kind of behavior.
yeah, they want everything to be like wild and preserved, but yet they want to like,
Is feeding
and
wild animals
quarantine.
good? You're not supposed to feed wild
So
animals.
they're going to feed these wild animals, which is like actually encouraging them
They're
to,
going to come into people's yards where they get shot and killed now.
yeah, or they're encouraging these animals to be there when actually like they might be migrating, through because they use these hills to like migrate into like other hills into other
You know
areas.
what these people do is they just have all of these whims and they just expect us to just go, okay, whatever you want, you do it.
Like that's okay. But if we want to like
I want to put my turkey carcass on the hill.
yeah, but if we want to like walk our dog off a leash, like heaven forbid, we're, totally violating their policy.
How come those turkey bones aren't invasive, but those eucalyptus are?
I don't think like Mother Nature cooks turkeys and like gives bones to the coyotes. I haven't heard about that.
I
You know what
mean,
I mean?
how do we know that those coyotes aren't invasive?
They probably are.
Why are they not invasive?
I don't know.
What, it's kind of like
They should be on leashes.
have you ever noticed I know. Have you ever noticed like we have this weird kind of like hierarchy where it's like, well, that's just a pigeon, but ooh, look at that beautiful owl. But that's just a pigeon.
Yeah.
We kind of have that.
Uh-huh.
I think that's the way they are.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of have like these things that we're like, well, we love this,
Yeah.
but we don't like
We
that.
don't like that.
And so that's invasive.
Yeah.
And we just eradicate.
It's whatever the ones they don't like are invasive.
It's eradicated.
Yeah.
And we eradicate that because we don't like that.
We tag it.
But turkeys, our carcasses, we like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we feed the coyotes because the coyotes are not invasive.
And they're hungry.
They're hungry and they're native.
They're probably hungry, so we got to feed them.
They're not illegal immigrants.
Mm-mm.
They belong here in this country. They have passports. So that, you know what they are? They're kind of like the nature's version of ICE.
Totally.
So they're deporting some weeds
Yeah.
from there. Those are deported.
Yeah.
They're illegal immigrants. Those eucalyptus, they illegally immigrated there 200 years ago.
Totally. Yeah, you know what? Those trees were probably like
They were illegal immigrants.
they were probably at least 100 years old
Hmm.
because the size of them, and so they
They
just
snuck across the border.
yeah, so they just cut those beautiful trees down, but yet
Besides, I didn't think cutting trees down was conducive to global warming. I always thought, hey, if you have a Clyde.Ainge,
mhm.
you want to have lots of trees.
Well, wasn't it Bill Gates that was saying we should get rid of all the trees
We need to cut them all down.
because they're like bad for the earth and he wants earth mod?
Yeah.
Remember he was saying that we shouldn't
What
have
was it with the
trees weren't
trees?
trees aren't good for the
I
environment.
remember that. He
Uh-huh.
was like, if you want to do something good for the earth, just cut down as many trees as you possibly can.
I remember him on an interview, on some news interview, and the news anchor guy was like, "Well, aren't trees like good for the environment?" And he was like, "No, They're really not. Like, it was so ironic. It was just like, it made zero sense. Even the news guy was like, huh? And then he was like, oh, okay. Just kind of went along with it.
Kind of like the guy who said, "Sir, you're going to get the pokies for you and your son. Here, look at this whole litany of information about how dangerous they are. Wow, I didn't know that. That's very interesting. Okay, come on, son, let's go." That's kind of
Let's
like
go
that.
get poked.
Yeah, or like you see like a transfusion. He's in line at Chick-fil-A before you, and you're with your son, and he goes, "Excuse me, it's ma'am. I want no pickles." And the dad goes to his son, he goes, "Son, that guy is accepted.
Uh-huh.
That's somebody who is a good, upstanding part of our community now.
Totally.
You should wear a dress too, son." Didn't you say that that guy's son wears a dress now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he totally does.
Yes.
It happened after he got the pokey
He's
pokes.
like, "Good son, you're doing good." See, I think the same kind of the same kind of character trait that makes you want to go tag birds and say that these are invasive is the ones that say, "Oh my God, you're such a bigot. That guy's just trans. He's a trans.
Hmm.
You need to accept that."
It's totally acceptable.
And it's kind of like what was the other one where they have these vlogs and it's like, "Are you a solo traveling woman? You should go to Morocco.
Oh, great idea.
Go backpacking in Morocco."
By yourself.
They had this one girl, she was like, "Oh my God, here's my vlog from my trip to Pakistan with me and my boyfriend." And the dudes were like holding her boyfriend while they were like groping her. Like hundreds of men were groping her on
Oh
her trip.
my
She
God.
was like, "I got groped like hundreds of times." She's like, I'm not xenophobic. I love these people, but I did get groped like hundreds of times."
And there's just like certain places that I don't think you want to go to.
He's like,
You know
"Oh,
what I
it
mean?
wasn't nice." Like she's like, "Here's Pakistan," and she shows, and it's like total shithole.
Yeah.
It's like dirt, and like everybody's totally impoverished and ignorant, and all the ramshackle buildings, and it's just like, "Here's poverty and blight.
I want
I
to go on
love it.
vacation there.
Look at how beautiful."
Yeah.
And then I'm also getting like fondled and like groped. It's so nice. Come to Pakistan.
It's a good infomercial. So I don't know. I guess I wanted to just do another follow up on Mother Nature being micromanaged because I think it's all around us. You know what I mean? Like
I think that's one of
it's
the. Remember how
it's happening everywhere.
we talked about how some of the blue pilled people get given like certain blue pill like programming.
Yeah.
And some of the blue pilled people are like, I work with plants.
Yeah.
My job is I micromanage plants.
Micromanage the plants.
So I work out on the island. My boyfriend, he's a paleogeneticist.
It's so
And
impressive.
he just found a dire wolf bone that's 11 million years old, and the other one's 6 million years old. And my boyfriend can deduce between 11 million-year-old bone and a 6 million-year-old bone. But that's my boyfriend, and I work on the island. And so I give you tours.
Mhm.
And so my blue pill is you see those weeds?
Those are invasive.
Those are invasive. And then you go try to like yank them out, and they go, "Excuse me, sir, excuse me. You're gonna have to go back to the boat and wait there."
We don't want you yanking
Yeah.
out those invasive
And
things.
but I argue with him. I go, "But wait a second. You said these are invasive. I'm just helping you guys out. I'm just eradicating them for you, sir.
They're like, we have Roundup for that.
We have ways." So I think she has that. And you remember what you were saying about her? You were like, she was kind of sweet.
Hmm.
She was sweet.
She was.
You're like, she's sweet, but she's totally drunk on the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
And she's totally just blue pill. And she's sweet, but her badge can go from Stephanie to Satan really quick. Like if you walked off the path, what if you just like, or what if you brought your dog out there
Oh
and
my
just,
gosh.
you get out to the island, you just let him off the leash and he just darts off.
Yeah. He goes chasing after that bad bird. I'm like, but I'm helping you eradicate.
She comes back with it in his mouth. And you're like, "Good boy, Rex. You got that eradicated. You eradicated that bird." And she's like, "Sir, you and your dog need to go wait on the boat for the rest of the day."
They love to micromanage.
It's weird. And then you had the people at the nursery I'm just going,
They're total
you
micromanagers.
could have had a $7 discount, but your app did not pull up in time, and you don't have internet here. I get it. So you don't get it.
Step aside.
You're like, well, can I give you my phone number or my email? Can you look it up in the system? Excuse me, you have to have it on your app. No $7 discount for you. So you're paying full price for that firm. Is there anything else I'm going to help you with?
Oh my gosh. Oh man. So yeah,
So
I
what's the verdict? I mean, so
the
basically now, did you used to hike back there a lot?
I've
There is
hiked
a lot of snakes up there.
I've hiked there. I'm a little scared of the snakes right now, but I don't know. I'm just disgusted with the meddling and the controlling that is happening with like nature. Like, is there going to be nothing left anymore? I mean, this is kind of like this was my thought about this. Like, is there going to be no space left anymore? Like, no open space where we can just go enjoy, nature, like wilderness where it's untampered? Because, going to a park, that's not really nature. Like when you go out hiking on a hillside, it should be like the wilderness. It's
When you go
nature.
out to the island, it's not a wild experience.
No.
It's a very controlled environment. It's like a zoo out there.
Yeah, you're like corralled
It's like
because
a zoo.
there's paths that you have to stay on
Mhm.
and there's certain areas and it's all very controlled. And I feel like they're basically trying to take all of the open spaces that we have and micromanage them and control them so that, we're going to be told only, in the certain particular areas that we can go to and we can only like see this particular plant. We
Yeah.
can't we can't, walk on this particular
Excuse
path.
me, you're on the forbidden path.
Yeah.
You have
But the
trounced.
forbidden path is the path that I want to
That's the one I
take.
want. That's the
Yeah.
one we insist on staying on.
And then
Here's the other thing too, is you and I have talked a lot about Antarctica.
yeah.
And you like to believe that Antarctica is this untapped wilderness and
Yeah.
this undiscovered land.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's probably lesbians out there who are going, excuse me, those polar bears need to be moved to the other side of the beach. They've been digging over here and they've been also there's an invasive plant that they've been eating over here. We need to eradicate that. And those penguins, they need to be moved to all the way to the other side of Antarctica because they don't belong here. They're not happy here.
Yeah.
I've made it determined as a lesbian, I've determined that these penguins will be happier in a different area.
Exactly.
Thousands of years of their instincts have brought them here, but
But they're invasive.
I used to live in San Francisco and hang out in bars there, and now I know that these penguins belong over here.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's how it is. So now they're trying to do that like on our hills. They're trying to determine which plants shouldn't be there.
Those should not be here.
Yeah, like the people shouldn't be walking around like all over the place. They should only be walking on these certain paths that they're carving out and the roads that they're cutting into the hill. And it's like, wait a second. Like before they started doing all this, it was much more wild and untampered. And now they're like going up there to like save it by ruining it. They're cutting like roads and paths into it.
And what's the furthest extent of this character trait? It's pretty soon it goes, excuse me, Firefly is an invasive human, and we
Mhm.
need to just eradicate him.
Well, that's what it's coming to.
He's saying stuff about lesbians. He uses that word a lot, and I really take offense to that. He always says stuff about that country from 1948, and we know that's off limits.
He is he is a bad bird.
He's a bad bird. So Firefly is an
He's
invasive
an
insect.
invasive species.
He needs to be eradicated. So
Yeah.
that's what it I think kind of comes down to is like they start off with just going, those weeds are invasive, and pretty soon they're like, you need to be exterminated.
Yeah,
You are invasive.
you're invasive.
Humans are invasive. So that's kind of like the ethos is remember I told you about Gaia?
Yeah, we're like a virus and we're like destroying you.
Gaia is the female personification of the earth, whether it's round or flat.
We have our thoughts on that.
We're not told. So Gaia is the earth, and Gaia's sick.
Mm-hmm.
Gaia's on her deathbed
Mm-hmm.
because of us.
Yeah.
We, with our eating meat, and our farts and our stupid cars,
Hmm.
we are making Gaia sick.
Yeah.
So what it comes down to is a lot of us, not me, but some of you need to just hurry up and die.
Have you noticed that it's always the ones that are like determining that these things need to be done, like we need to be eradicated and stuff? It never starts with them. Like Bill Gates and Ted Turner, they think that the population should be reduced drastically,
Yes.
but it never. They never have the idea that it should start like with them or their family.
Like they never just like do a live stream and pour gasoline on themselves and light themselves on fire and say, I'm gonna lead the way.
I'm going to lead by example. I'm going to kill myself and my entire family because I'm going to reduce the population. It never goes that way. It's
You know what I
like
noticed too?
all of you people should
Those are
go.
the same people who they talk about, oh my God, stop being so xenophobic. Like Piers Morgan.
Oh yeah,
So he's talking with Tucker.
totally.
And Tucker goes, well, England has changed in our lifetime because him and Piers are probably in their late 50s.
Hmm.
So he's going, dude, England has completely transformed in your lifetime. And he goes, oh, yes, it's a very wonderful, wonderful thing.
Hmm.
And he goes, well, so what did you hate about the England of the 50s that you have now? And he goes, the food is so much better.
Oh,
So
what an improvement.
it's kind of like I love the diversity. I love that we're a third world hellhole. I love that we've brought third world barbarians in so that if white women walk through London, they get groped and raped. I love that.
Because we have really good curry.
We have good curry now. And dude, I can go get like a whole host of like third world barbarian cuisine right down the street.
Hmm.
But Piers, where do you live? Well, I live in a 99.7. I saw the statistics.
Mm.
I live in a 99.7% white neighborhood
Hmm.
with mostly millionaires
Mm.
behind a gated community. And there's very little crime. And if any of those third world barbarians come into our gated community, it's kind of like remember when all of the vatos they got shipped to Martha's Vineyard,
Yeah,
and they're like, "Hi, we are here to live here now." And
all the white people, they were like,
Obama and Big Mike were like, Pedro, hi. No, you can't live here,
now here's a
but
bus to
hi.
take you all over.
I love you though. You're wonderful, but go over there.
Hmm.
No, this is our home. You don't live here. You live with the blue pilled Trump supporters.
It was so funny to see that, like all those white Karens rushing out to like escort those people onto the bus to get rid of them.
Do you know what's so disgusting is fake nice?
Hmm.
When like a white lesbian from Martha's Vineyard, she
They're like,
goes
we
up.
want to help
Hi,
everybody.
Pedro. Here, come here. Give me a hug. Hi. Oh my God. You're so wonderful. Now please get out of my home.
Hmm. Totally.
That's how I think the micromanagers are. The micromanagers are like total hypocrites.
Total hypocrites.
Total hypocrites.
Yeah.
They espouse this, but they don't want it for themselves. They
Yeah.
kind of want it for you.
Yeah.
They're like,
It's okay for the other person.
they're like, by the way, Butterfly, we're gonna need you to have a few third world barbarians in your house.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to take them in.
Yeah. It's like, I think it was just a couple years ago, uh, our governor, Gavin Newsom, was saying that we should have homeless people living in our
Yeah.
backyards.
Why not?
Remember?
We can do that. You have room.
Yeah. If you have a
Now,
backyard, you should have those people there.
now I have a few mansions. My name's Gavin Newsom, and I have a few mansions, and I have a winery, and we don't even let brown people come onto the property.
Yeah. But you
You, on the other
should
hand,
have, you should have somebody in your, your 4,000 square foot backyard. You should have some homeless people
Firefly,
there.
you're a white dude. You should let third world barbarians have sex with your wife.
Why not?
I mean,
Why not?
why are you so xenophobic?
Yeah.
They should be able to come in your house, drink your beer, have sex with your wife, and actually, Firefly, you're a white male. You should just kill yourself. Well, you're invasive. You need to be eradicated.
So, yeah, the point of this episode was, I think, just the irony of how they proclaim to like want to be saving Mother Nature and saving everything while simultaneously destroying it,
I bet they're ruining
you
the
know?
island out there.
Oh,
I bet you
totally.
they're ruining the island.
They're probably bringing in the invasive
They
species,
are.
you know?
Like, if you go 50 years from now, there's going to be real scientists doing real, because science has been hijacked by the cult right now, the
Mhm.
culture club. But maybe 50 years from now, after we have this renaissance, real scientists are going to go out to the island doing real science, and they're going to go, those people screwed this island up.
Yeah.
We have to undo what they did.
And they're gonna like find all these like bird bones with blue tags on them.
Blue tags.
And they're gonna be, what happened here?
They're like, they decimated this bird population.
Yeah.
What were they doing? Well, those were invasive.
And it turns out those birds were probably the ones that were like bringing in the seeds of the plants that they really wanted to be there, you know? So
Why are we killing birds in the name of preserving nature?
yeah,
That's weird.
it's weird.
I remember I had to, last point. Do you have any other white pills on this one? What's white pill?
White pill.
White pill?
Well, gosh, what is the white pill for this? I think we need to, like we always say, realize what they're doing and you know, how do you stop them from doing this kind of stuff
You need to
then?
have a very good debate. Because
Uh,
debate is how you win this.
yeah,
When you're having a debate with these people, you need to be able to say, um, why have you made a determination that this is invasive? I don't really lend credence to your worldview and your scientific conclusion. Because what they're basically saying is, we have a hypothesis that we're working on. The
exactly.
hypothesis is this is an invasive
And do you
species.
know what? Just like we've said before, their hypotheses always turn out to be wrong. They start to like try to like fix the problem
So that's
and
white pill.
they always screw it up.
They screwed up. So the
Yeah.
white pill is we need to combat their virus, their mind virus, with data. We need to say, no, you know what? That bird got there. So that bird, Mother Nature said, you are here now.
Yeah.
That's not for us to say, well, Mother Nature
You
made a
can't really
mistake.
train birds.
Yeah,
I don't think you can train
why?
a crow.
Who cares?
You
He's a
know,
crow. He
yeah,
lives here. Let him live here.
he flies.
You know what it is? It's like, well, they're eating the eggs of these birds, and we like them better. I think that's kind of what it is. It's like we root for the Dodgers over the Angels. Like that guy's an Angel fan, and we're Dodger fans over here, so he has to go. But it's like, well, why do you guys make that determination? I think that's what it comes down to.
Hmm.
I think what we need to do as white Bill is we need to say, let's open up our mouths and combat their, because these people are kind of doing whatever they want without any resistance,
Exactly.
because everybody's too afraid to stand up to the lesbians.
Hmm.
Because if you stand up to lesbians, they gang up on you and they say, you're a bigot, you die,
Yeah, you're not PC.
you don't live.
Yeah,
Like the girl at Cinnabon.
right.
And she was like, you guys are sexually harassing me. You're an N-word and you're disgusting and I look down on you. I'm white.
Now her life is ruined.
And then the one that's non-white, that's in the marketing group, she's like, "Excuse me, well, you just ruined her life." No, I didn't. No, I didn't. What I did was I just kind of changed the discourse that we're having around here. I think that's what we have to do.
Change the discourse. That's the white pill.
That's why.
That's what we're trying to do with our podcast.
Yes.
We're starting conversations and hopefully people who are listening, and I know we have more than 100 people listening
Yes.
in every country around the world, um, will hear these conversations and be inspired to have more further conversations with their friends about these things.
Yeah, because it's more than just a conversation. What we need to do now is you need to be vocal and stand up in opposition to the agenda of the
Yeah.
Culture Club.
When it's nonsense, we don't go along with it.
Like that conservancy group behind your house, if you had the time and the inclination, you should be attending their meetings and opposing their ideas
I know.
with data.
Totally.
I think that's what we gotta do.
Yeah.
And might not be able me and you to do it, but who knows? Maybe some dude's been working in science. He's a science teacher and he's been a science teacher for 35 years. And all he did was say, we shouldn't be supporting that country from 1948. And he got fired. But now he takes his skills and he goes and he works for us
Yeah.
in the revolution.
Totally.
That's it.
That's
What was
good.
I going to say though? I had one last point I was going to talk about when we were talking about earlier.
Well, I think that neighbor that's in the lawsuit, I think that might actually have an effect on it because I can't see how that could go through. how they could sue him for having like plants that are invasive that are creeping
In
onto.
your own yard.
Yeah.
It's like the pollen spores, you are liable for those.
I mean, really, what's the next thing? Like, where does it stop? You know?
Do you understand that those plants are now growing here, which is off your property? And that's invasive. So you're destroying the world.
You're destroying the world. Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
They're like, you have destroyed Earth.
Yeah, they really want to control the plants. That's a very strange
Well, remember my theory?
behavior.
Remember my
Yeah.
theory? What
Yeah.
was my theory?
Your theory was that there's something to do with them wanting to control the plants because I think the culture club wants everything to be beautiful for them when
When
we're
the
when we're
cling.
all gone.
That's why Ted Turner was an advocate. Like my mom just told me, he was a huge advocate, spent millions of dollars preserving, I think it was like the buffalo in a certain part of like the Yellowstone National Park.
Huh.
So they were going to develop there. And he was like, no, 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 you're not developing here. This is a natural preserve. And they act, and everyone goes, what a wonderful guy Ted Turner is. But
Mm.
he's not saying I want to keep this place natural because he's a humanitarian. He's filled with love. No, he's like, once we call you useless leaders, we want this place looking nice. And Ted Turner's like, I already made arrangements to cryogenically freeze my head like Walt Disney. I'm going to be living forever once you useless eaters are gone, and I want the earth to look nice.
Look at these buffalo.
These buffalo in this area, and I want everything nice and perfect. And I think that's what they're doing. I think that Satan has turned these nature micromanagers into themselves because that's like the wet dream of the culture club is that they're going to finally exterminate us, all of us useless eaters, and have this beautiful garden called planet Earth.
Yeah, that's a good theory. I like it.
You have anything else for this one?
No, that was good.
That was good.
Yeah,
This was just like a neighborhood walk rabbit hole.
and totally.
You stumbled down it.
There's a rabbit hole everywhere. Anywhere you look, you're gonna find a rabbit hole.
Your dog sniffed this one out.
Me too.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.